Well, AI is a central theme at CES 2026, which has been making headlines across the tech sector throughout the week. Voice Agentic platform aiOla is among the companies participating at the event. And this past fall, I had the chance to sit down with its co-founder and president, Amir Haramati, who explained how speech is solving data-related challenges. Let's take a look.
At the end of the day, we're not trying to build technology for technology's sake. This is my sixth startup I'm involved with, and I don't like to call myself serial entrepreneur. I think that word has been washed out. I like to define myself as a serial problem solver. So it's about real problem that make a difference, move the needle, and make an impact. And with everything that happened with AI in the last decade, which is incredible, I think we get a bit confused because AI tools are amazing, but despite the fact they're AI, they're still just tools. And then we realize the biggest challenge is data. And that's the reason we realize there's a huge opportunity to solve the data problem by voice.
Mm-hmm. Why is voice the most natural and powerful interface for human to machine interaction?
It's a great question. Speech or voice, by far, is the fastest way to get information. It's 3 times faster than anything else. It's in 1/3 of the time, you're actually capturing 3x amount of data. One day, God willing, your grandkid is going to find a keyboard in your garage, and you're going to say, Grandma Kristen, what is this? And you're going to struggle to explain that was a most creative way to communicate with machine by punching buttons, okay? So it's super clear that this is heading, but it's very challenging. So the question is super clear. The implementation is much more complicated.
Why are frontline manual processes the ideal proving ground for voice agentic transformation?
It's a great question, and actually it's even, if I may, a bigger question, because at the end of the day, one of the struggles right now, or the complaints about the AI bubble, is the fact the cost of AI is so expensive, and it's very difficult to retrieve and show ROI. Therefore, we believe, my mother always told me, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. Try to keep that proportion. And at the end of the day, it's incredible what you're able to hear if you're willing to listen. So the key there is to go after the traditional enterprises that have many processes in place. And we believe that by doing that by speech, actually is going to make instant impact in ROI and will create data that previously was uncaptured and unstructured. So rather than build a technology that organization will have to adjust to, is to build a technology that here to adjust to the existing processes. And we're talking, Kristen, about 2 billion frontline employees that this is applicable to.
Wow. What makes voice recognition challenging?
The concept is clear. I think we all agree on that, and everybody understands it's all about data, but a combination of languages, accents, acoustic environment, and above all, we learned that in every industry, in every company, in every location, there's a very specific jargon. Hence, it's very difficult in those settings to get to accuracy, which is good enough. So one, how you can do it in accuracy that's close to 100% in any language, accent, acoustic environment, or jargon. And we did it in a very unique and proprietary and patented way, but even then it's not enough. Because now we have great transcription, but how we separate the noise from the signal? How can we extract only what's relevant? So we built another technology which is called keyword spotting that separates the noise from the signal, but even that is not good enough because at the end of the day, it's not speech to text as we know it. It's actually speech as highly unstructured data to highly structured data. So speech to data, speech to schema, speech to workflow, which is very difficult. And in a very honest and very modest way, we were able to do it.
Give us a reality check when it comes to enterprise AI adoption.
That's incredible. 3 months ago, MIT released, for us at least not surprising, but very important research that showed that 95% of AI pilots in enterprises fail to show value in ROI. So at the end of the day, that's a very harsh reality that it's all about return of investment. And the key there is it's democratizing. I'll give you an example. We're working with a supermarket chain in Canada. French-Canadian is a very challenging language. Background noise at a supermarket is very difficult. They have to do a critical process of checking the temperature of the meat inside a refrigerator on a daily basis. By doing that by speech, we saved them 110,000 hours that went directly to EBITDA. So it's a direct line of sight, direct ROI. And we're talking about groceries, a 2% margin industry. Frank Sinatra sang about New York, if I can make it here, I can make it anywhere. And I say, if I can do it with a 2% margin industry and show 5x ROI, but we didn't stop there. We're going for one of the largest pharmaceutical companies, where we, less than half time needed for maintenance report, we tripled the amount of data. Then we took it to one of the largest jewelry manufacturers in China, doing QA inspection of pieces of jewelry, a process that takes about 180 seconds. So they look and then have to write a report. Now they're looking and talking in Mandarin, by the way, which is a very challenging language. And from 180 seconds, it went down to less than 30 seconds. So everything we do, last night, we're working right now with one of the largest rental car companies in the world, that we found out we can save them $2 million per site just by capturing the information faster by speech, getting the information on structured data, connect the dots beyond what human eye can see, and get the brain to think beyond, and connect dots beyond what the human brain can process, but get you things that you never thought was feasible even to get.